Okay, so today's a big day. Let's dive into forex.com and see why it's so popular amongst UK traders. Is it actually as good as people say? Let's find out. The first thing to know about forex.com is that it's owned by StoneX Group. Now, what is this very mysterious sounding company? Well, StoneX Group is actually one of the largest trading brokers there is. They own both City Index and forex.com, two major stalwart brands within the UK trading space. So one of the most impressive things about forex.com is their platform. It is one of the best platforms that we've ever tried, and we've tried a lot of different platforms. It's almost compares to an XTB. It's that good. Now, it's packed full of detail, super intuitive, really easy to use. And guess what? You also get MetaTrader and TradingView as well. So it's a versatile broker that can plug into your TradingView, plug into your MetaTrader, or just pick up and go. Just launch their web trader straight from their platform and discover how easy it is to use. And I'll show you and walk you through what that web trader experience is actually like from start to finish. It's one of the easiest things that I've used, frankly, from any broker offering. So right now I'm here on the forex.com homepage. You can kind of see here you have markets up at the top, you have accounts, platforms, news, academy, and about us. We'll be covering today the markets, the accounts, the platforms, a little bit about the news and the academy as well. So later in the video, you'll see me dive into the academy and actually explore what that looks like and whether that's any good. So you'll also see here at the top right-hand side, open an account and log in. This is where you'll start. If I click on open an account, then you just fill out your information, save and continue, and then boom, you're immediately kind of taken to all of the information that you need to then finish your account. It takes about 5 minutes. They are right, it does take about 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes in total. And then if you need any help, you just click on the chat button here. Now, when it comes to onboarding, forex.com was pretty easy to get up and running. However, there is one thing to bear in mind, which is there is a minimum deposit, and that minimum deposit is £100. Now, £100, not much, but also not zero, a little bit of a barrier to entry. The withdrawals process, however, took a few days, so it's relatively easy to deposit. It took about a day for everything to go through. And then withdrawal, that was fairly quick as well. You can only deposit via debit card or credit card. There's also a PayPal option, but there's no advanced deposit options, which you may see with other brokers. So let's explore forex.com's platform offering together. We'll dive into their web trader, then have a look at the fees, the regulation, a little bit more. So what I've done now is I've opened the actual web trader itself. This is the view that you'll be greeted with on forex.com. This is using the demo account. As you can see, John Parker up here. I'm not John Parker. And then open a live account. You'll see all of the different indices here and forex pairs and different kind of CFDs as well as different stocks. So if you just click on one like UK 100, which is FTSE 100, this nice little chart opens on the right hand side and there's lots to do here. So workspace, similar to the Pepperstone and IG, they have a workspace based model, but this is much clearer than those two. Add to watch list, price alerts, and market 360. So what that means is if I open the standard workspace, so this is the one that they've kind of built for me. I haven't done anything on this. You can see a watch list here, which you can quite easily add to. And then you have the forex pair on the right hand side. Now we'll head over to the market analysis section. So if I click on market analysis here, this is a trading central. There's a few other headers here, trading central, market buzz, and analyst view. But these are kind of the mentions that a forex pair or a stock gets within the news. So you can see Apple, Nvidia, Tesla, Microsoft, what's this, BA, Boeing, and then Meta are in the mentioned category here. You click on this, and then what you normally get, perfect, is all of the information here. So you get a news feed, who raised their price targets, who lowered their price targets. I mean, to be honest with you, this is a fantastic tool, as well as sentiment analysis, so confidence index, the subjectivity of the people who are raising or lowering their expectations for their respective stock. It's just super clear, very, very nice addition. And then if I want to go straight back to trading, I can do that from this workspace here. here. So very nice platform, to be honest with you. There are much more features to dive into and explore. So as you saw, forex.com is super easy to use. You can pick it up and go within about 10 seconds, to be honest with you. It doesn't require any additional training. It's very simple. You can add to the workspace. You can view the sentiment analysis. You have everything clearly delineated on the left-hand side view as well. Just generally, it's a nice platform to use. Not only do they have a fantastic web trader, but they also have a MetaTrader integration as well. So honestly, I can't fault forex.com for their web experience, but I would say that perhaps they could do with expanding the range of platforms, more like a Pepperstone, where they have, for example, CTrader or MT5. But generally for most forex traders, this is going to work quite nicely. So what we're going to do now is head over to their news, analysis and academy sections just to see what the depth of resources actually are for traders. A good broker is one part, and as we saw in the platform experience, they do offer a lot of information actually directly within that web trader. But what we're going to see is, do they update their articles? Do they give kind of expert analysis? What is their academy like to help newer traders? All that good stuff. So we're going to head over to my screen now and just dive into some of those features there. So we're back on forex.com homepage now, and I'm going to go to news and analysis and just have a look at their latest research and see when this was last updated, see what kind of news they have. So today, it's all very relevant information. And if I click on USD CAD, let's see the depth here. So David Song, the strategist, he has kind of quite nicely filled out a bunch of information about the USD CAD. So that gets top marks from me. They also have the week ahead report. Let's have a look at that. Crude oil, let's see when those were updated, January 19th. So this is slightly behind. January 19th, January 12th. At the moment it's January 24th. So if I click on the January 19th one, yeah, so this is not up to date. So they haven't released their latest one yet. And then the analysts, forex.com analysts. Okay, so this is just a list of who they are. And then trade ideas and alerts. This is probably where a lot of traders will come to. This was updated. Yeah, it wasn't updated that recently. So it's a little bit hit or miss, it seems. They're not super up to date, especially with kind of trade ideas. That doesn't seem to be updated very frequently, but their latest research is updated with several articles a day, which is quite nice. So you do get a bit of news and analysis that is worthwhile. But yeah, I mean, hit and miss, it's certainly no IG. So if we move over from news and analysis over to their academy, which is where a lot of beginner traders would start. If we go to, let's just click on education and see where that takes us. So beginner, intermediate, advanced, and quiz to find out which level of trader you are, introduction to financial markets, developing a trading plan, platform tutorials. This is quite useful. Although their platform is very intuitive, if you do have issues, this is a good place to come. And then here you have login to WebTrader, TradingView, MT4, trying to get you started basically. Popular lessons, 4 to 5 minutes. This is just kind of an article, a long form article with a YouTube video embedded. And then you have trading Forex, indices, shares, commodities, all of that good information to get you started. They seem just to be like articles. I wouldn't call this a course as such. It's not really a course. So maybe we can go to courses and see what's included within there. So you have advanced strategies, 1 user, 2 users. I don't know why they have the number of users on a course, especially given there aren't that many actually taking some of these courses. So if we go advanced strategies, okay, cool. Again, this seems like a long form article, so let's just mark this as read. Let's see if this is an article or has any kind of quiz element to it to actually make it a course, or whether it's just like this the whole way through. Just taking a while to load here. I think the courses do take a while to load for some reason. I'm not sure why. Maybe it's the images, maybe they haven't optimized this, but let's have a look. Mark lesson as read, lesson complete. Right, let's see if there's any quiz. No, there's no quiz. Right, so I wouldn't call it a course. I think it's more articles, but there is a lot of useful information still within these lessons for beginner traders. So I'd say it's a fairly good beginner-friendly course. But again, I wouldn't really call it a course. They're beginner-friendly articles that would be useful. So it does seem to cater more towards beginner. If I go to advanced, let's see, Gartley pattern, correlations and risk management, 3Drive, that's not really advanced. Fibonacci, not advanced. Ichimoku Cloud's not advanced. I would say that if you're looking at forex.com for the educational resources, you should be fine as a beginner. But if you're more advanced or an intermediate trader, then this would not be enough for you. You might want to check out IG or Pepperstone, or somewhere where there's a little bit more meat on the bones versus forex.com, which certainly seems to be more on the beginner content end rather than the intermediate and advanced level users. So overall, how would we rate forex.com's news and academy section? Well, I'd say it's good for beginners. If you're new to trading, it will provide you enough foundational support that you might need. The news section is up to date, parts of it, and they do have a week ahead. I think that's published on Sunday from what I could see. It's not Sunday yet, it's Friday. So they do have enough information there for kind of beginners to have a look. I would still say that their information contained within their WebTrader application, their proprietary WebTrader, is better than any of the information that could be found actually on the website itself. So you'll see a lot more depth actually in the WebTrader versus going to their homepage and trying to fiddle around and play with courses and things like that. And as you can see, there wasn't much take up, to be honest, on the courses. 1 or 2 people in some courses. Dive into their platform itself, and I think you'll get a better experience than if you play around with their website. So overall, I'd give this about a 3.5 out of 5, around 7 out of 10. Forex.com claim that their spreads start at 0.5 pips for Euro USD. Now that would make it the most competitive broker that we've ever seen, to be honest. So we didn't get that whilst we were trading. We traded around 0.8 and we traded at the kind of key London, New York session. So I don't know when those 0.5 spreads actually are, but we didn't get them when we were trading and testing. So we're back on the Forex.com web trader platform, and what we're going to do is actually investigate ourselves, just have a look at the Euro USD spread. We've just finished the London session and we're kind of midway through the New York session now. So let's see how competitive this actually is. And so the good thing about Forex.com is they actually have the spreads right underneath the buy and sell button. So you can see it varies. Here's 1.2, we were at 0.9 a second ago. And also I've seen it go low as 0.8, there you go, 0.7. And so, you know, rarely would you get a 0.5. I think that they must have 0.5 at some point, maybe at key times like New York Open, but right now we're at 1.1. It really varies, to be honest with you. It can go up or down, and you know, I would roughly say 0.8 is around the average spread cost. So certainly not bad, certainly not the best either, but it is relatively cheap. And I love Forex.com's transparency in terms of their spreads and their pricing. It's really nice to have the spreads directly there underneath the buy or sell button. So very nice. Thank you very much. You'll see, I think when you're trading yourself, you'll probably get around 0.8. To be honest with you, on a Euro USD. If we head over to one of the indices, let's have a look at US S&P. So let's go here. You've got 0.6 buy and sell. I think that's fixed pricing, so that's very nice. And then if we go to USD JPY, you get 0.8. 0.7, which is very good, to be honest. So pricing wise, I'd say Forex.com is good and the transparency is very good. So you can definitely play around with it yourself and just see what kind of spreads you get at key London or New York sessions. So how would we rate Forex.com in terms of pricing? Well, as you saw, there were spreads from around 0.8 to 1.1. It's in line with other brokers, other major brokers like Pepperstone and IG. There's a little bit of a disparity between the pricing that they're putting on one page versus another page. So that's a little bit confusing, but actually diving into the web trader itself, having to play around, looking at different session times, prices probably do get around 0.5. We didn't get it in our testing, as we mentioned. We did get prices of around 0.8. which is very competitive. So I'd give forex.com a 10 out of 10 or 5 out of 5 for this, especially given their transparency and their pricing structure. It's very nice, very easy to use, and very easy to see what your costs are when you're trading with them. So, is forex.com regulated? Well, the answer is yes. Forex.com is highly regulated within Canada, the US, the UK, Australia, Singapore, Japan, amongst others. So they're one of the most highly regulated brokers, and this is due to them being part of the StoneX group. The StoneX group, as I mentioned before, also owns City Index, which is a very popular spread betting and trading platform that's also reviewed on our sister site, spreadbet.ai, if you want to check them out. But forex.com, very highly regulated within the UK. There are no issues there in terms of safety and security. They're not just a brand name, they're actually a well-trusted and well-regarded broker within the UK trading space. So 10 out of 10 here for regulation. There are no issues that I can see immediately off the bat. And you know that they're going to be a good place to start trading and secure place to start trading. We think that the pricing is competitive. We think that the web trader and the platforms offered are good, very good when it comes to their proprietary web trader, but the range of platforms that they offer is not extensive. If you're an MT4 trader, this will be fine. If you're a web trader, this will be fine. And also if you're a TradingView trader, then forex.com works for you. But when it comes to their news and academy, are they suitable for kind of those traders who are looking to learn a little bit more about trading? Yes, if you're new to trading, if you're a beginner trader, then forex.com is a good place to start. Is it the most comprehensive? No, but it does provide enough information for those who are starting to learn how to trade and kind of getting used to trading platforms or chart patterns. It does have all of the information there. We would recommend actually diving into their web trader and not using the forex.com platform itself or going to any of the courses. You can find enough information, live, up-to-date information, by actually going into the web trader and using their web trader itself rather than looking at the site. So overall, we would give forex.com a 9 out of 10. It's a very high score, but it's one of our favorite platforms simply because of the experiences, the pricing, and it's very easy to use for both beginners and intermediate traders alike. So well done forex.com, 9 out of 10 is a very impressive score. If you want to start trading with forex.com or any of the brokers that we mention on our Trading Brokers YouTube channel, just visit tradingbrokers.co.uk or hit the link in the description. Thank you very much.